great when you make a body motion like that and the shot just wants to start more right instead of you trying to send it right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even doing it. It's just, there hasn't been one left on the flag
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. That's great.
This way.
Yeah, so again, stack and tilt does it that way. They load into the front anchor with the upper body, with the sternum getting it over the ball, instead of loading into the front anchor with the secondary tilt, the pelvic bump there. That's why they have to bump in the forward swing, because they didn't get it done at address. They didn't get it done during the backswing. It wasn't done in the transition. So what did they do? They had to do it in the forward swing in order to get that proper secondary tilt coming down so that you can approach it from the inside. I mean, if you look at it, second tilt, and it's an exaggeration, right? If I go this way and I rotate my shoulders are going to rotate from outside in. So once they're saying you have to have this has to rotate down and in to get to here. But still, if I keep this axis and I unwind, I'm going to unwind from outside in. This is the ultimate outside in swing right now. If I rotate around myself, right? Feels like if I rotate around this point, I'm going to swing ultimate outside in. Yeah. So this has to go. I'd still be outside in. I have to get here. So I can rotate from the inside and keep this in the and that's the function of secondary tilt. The more I have tilt in this direction, the more I'm going to rotate from the inside.
You know what? That visual right there is one of the best things I've ever seen to explain a lot of things that I've seen and felt in my swing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, part of it's just bad setup, bad posture.
Sure.
I think so my dominance because I want to stay.
Right.
Wants to stay like this.
So you see it with your right eye, yeah.
I felt this position a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
Well, and there is if you go to the YouTube videos, I have like 4 spine tilt videos you'll see, and I've shown that some of this stuff on there. If you look at the pendulum swing, so the pendulum version is a swing where go ahead and stand on this side so you can see it. And this is more what I was doing when Max saw me I have a pendulum action. See? So when I go back, if this stays in position, this leg creates pressure up this side. Like this. Well, that's fine. But to manage this, now I have to let the weight swing underneath this point, so when I come through it like this. Well, the difference in the pendulum swing that I work on is that I want it to be more symmetrical. Where a stack and tilt is pendulum in the backswing, they thrust, throw their hips in the forward swing. Now they want the pendulum. They call it a dual pendulum system. But it's more complicated than just doing it this way. Tom Watson is a simple pendulum type swing. Wonderful. Now, I can be a front anchor golfer. I can lean into the front. I can do a pendulum swing. I have to pull out of it a little bit to make that work. Or I can bump into my front anchor. Now I am front anchor because my sternum is ahead of center, and now I can do a simple pendulum from there. However, and no, exactly. However, for you, and I do the concept of the hip tuck I like. I call it. I'm trying to squeeze my butt cheeks together. I just squeeze them together, and they get underneath. Without the tighter you squeeze your butt cheeks, the more they're going to stay under you instead of going way out. You squeeze them and you go out more, you're going to lose some of that squeeze. You squeeze them tight. No, you squeeze your knees together. You should do that. Your hips stay right underneath you. However, for you get in trouble when you try to do this pendulum stuff because you do this and your first move is this way because you can never get your hips in position. Because this hip is not this way at the top. You need to get it there and you need to keep it there, and that's what allows you to do it. We've seen it in your swing. If you try to slide your hips forward at all in the transition, you're going to go towards the ball. Your hips move out towards the ball instead of just moving towards the target. you have a hell of a time to get those two things happening at the same time. Now, when you rotate on the anchor line like you're doing right now, your hips go back like Hogan's did, like Tiger's do. And it creates more room so you can get your arms down in front, hands low. You know, you can feel our arms coming down with gravity instead of you holding them out.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, when you're trying to play any type of shots or anything, you need, I lose concept of feeling the club. When you get about 3/4 up into the transition, because I get so much tension in here trying to, you know,
that's right.
This, that when you get it, you can soften them up and let them drop. Then you can manipulate things a little bit better at the bottom with shape shots.
Oh yeah, when you need to, yeah. Now we can see, you know, when that right hip goes back, we can see how much it's trying to stay there. Now, technically, because there is more mass on the side and to the back than there is in the front, even when you rotate on that anchor line, when I do this, it looks like a little bit of the hip is moving back. But it's not that it's moving back, it's just the mass is coming around. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Because you're creating verticals with your body coming up, and then your arms go down to match those verticals, so there's no reason for your arms to come up. In the other move, when your hips go to the ball, your arms and your hands raise through the ball. Now, they're moving up. They got to keep moving up unless something pulls them back down, right?
Yeah.
Now, an object in motion will stay in motion until another force is acted upon it to move it in another direction, right? Simple story version of it, right? Right. And again, people will say, look, you slide. Why? Because in the beginning, your hips were here, now they're over there. No, what did you do? I rotated my right hip back to a point. I anchored that right hip there. Now I've rotated my left hip around that point, away from that point. So there is no slide. It's a rotational move. It's just different than a purely centered, wholly symmetrical rotational move. Yeah. Your rhythm is off there. We used a lot of thinking in that swing. The technique was there, though. That looks way better. Now, you can come and look at these, see what